Hi everybody and welcome back. I'm Katie and this is my channel, Katie Goes Lightly, and here I focus on projecting my best self out into the world through personal style and new age practices. So I'm going to be focusing on products and skincare practices that support those who have eczema, specifically atopic dermatitis, which is the type of eczema that I have. And they should help anybody that really struggles with sensitive skin and different kind of allergies. Of course, if you have a skin condition, it's recommended to go see your doctor, go to a dermatologist. I am by no means giving any sort of medical advice here. I'm just sharing what has worked for me and what has supported the health and wellness of my skin. I was diagnosed with eczema when I was a baby. My grandmother was an Avene lady and all of the access to incredible skincare that she had did help. I used Avene's Rich Moisture Cream through the 80s and 90s, and that was an absolute lifesaver. But today I'm using a lot more natural products, and I've really learned what supports my skin. As I mentioned earlier, I have atopic dermatitis, which is one type of eczema. There are many types of eczema, but this type causes the person who has it to experience irritated, inflamed, itchy, and red skin that sometimes has a kind of bumpy texture. Eczema is a chronic condition. It can onset in childhood, and for some people they outgrow it, for other people they have it for their whole lives, and for some people who didn't have it in childhood, they may experience or get eczema later in life. It has something to do with the skin's moisture and the acid mantle and skin barrier, but there's still a lot that we don't know about eczema. Those with eczema are more likely to also have asthma, food allergies, and hay fever. So it is a condition that has many aspects. It affects your skin, but it just generally makes you more sensitive to things. And I have experienced kind of all of the aforementioned kind of symptoms that you can have with eczema. Let's talk about the eczema and dairy connection. I'm sensitive to dairy, but I didn't realize that until I was in my early 20s and I was experiencing acne, a lot of breakouts, and super inflamed eczema. My skin was really dry and itchy. I had been eating a ton of dairy, but I met with my naturopath and was talking about all of the skin issues and gut health issues that I was having. She suggested that I go off dairy because it sounded to her like I had a dairy allergy. I said that I couldn't possibly, that I ate a ton of dairy, that I absolutely love dairy, and that I couldn't live without it. And she had said, well, there's not much I can do for you if you're not going to go off dairy, because I'm pretty sure this is exacerbating some underlying issues. So I went off dairy, I did a test, I stopped all cheese, I stopped all milk, butter, everything. Like, I went cold turkey, and I haven't looked back. It took a few months for my skin to heal, but my eczema has been way less active, and I haven't had breakouts except occasional hormonal breakouts. My skin was a mess, and then it suddenly was clear and feeling really healthy and wasn't getting inflamed. For anybody that wants to go off dairy, it is possible. It definitely helped with my case. That is one of the food sensitivities that I have. And now I just, drink almond milk or coconut or sometimes oat milk. I look at all of the labels on anything I buy and avoid any kind of dairy or even whey. Occasionally, I will have sheep's or goat's cheese, which seems to be okay as long as I have it in moderation. And the one exception I will make is with store-bought pastries or even homemade pastries with butter or chocolate. I will indulge on occasion in pastries, and it seems to be okay as long as I'm having them, you know, very few and far between. And because I'm avoiding dairy in the rest of my diet almost all the time, a little bit of butter here and there in a baked good doesn't seem to inflame my skin. Getting off of dairy is one of the things that you could consider if you are experiencing a lot of inflammation with your atopic dermatitis, but there are other food sensitivities that people with eczema have. Some people are allergic to eggs. That seems to be another big trigger aside from dairy. And of course, gluten. And gluten is something that I also do try to avoid, although it doesn't seem to affect my skin very much as far as I've seen. I have so many sensitivities to chemicals and ingredients. It's surprising. I have sensitivities to active ingredients like niacinamide, which is in so many products right now because it's become so popular. I'm sensitive to certain essential oils, rose geranium oil, which most people can tolerate, makes my skin kind of itchy and inflamed. Crema just is using his talking buttons. We'll take a little Crema break here. Are you using your talking buttons? You've totally interrupted me. This is a blooper. Happy. I bet you're happy. All right, let's start again. I have found some incredible products with ingredients that not only don't trigger my eczema, but also are incredibly beneficial and nourishing for my skin. So here are the incredible products that I've been using for some time. And these are just absolutely beautiful products that I'm going to be talking about in a moment, and why I like them, why their ingredients are clean, what their EWG rating is. But let's get into it. I'm going to share a little bit about Environmental Working Group. I'm just going to read their mission really quickly because I want to get it right. So their mission is to empower you with breakthrough research to make informed choices and live a healthy life in a healthy environment. So they are really looking at scientific research on various ingredients that go into products that we use every day. They have an incredible database called the Skin Deep Database. It's been online for years, and I often reference it when I'm looking for new products. And the way that their rating system in their database works is you pull up a product and they've got a rating either from 0, which is called EWG certified. So it has absolutely no potential harmful ingredients to the skin and is incredibly safe and effective and will not produce any sort of allergic reaction. And then you have a 10, which is a hazard, toxic to the body. Has known toxins, may cause cancer, that sort of thing. And their system also goes from EWG certified or 0 harm, which is green, to amber, which is in the middle. That's like 4 to 6, I believe. And then red, which is danger, you know, maybe stay away from these products. So I have looked up any of the products that I have here in my little basket. I brought it over, and a lot of these are from smaller, lesser known brands. So, you know, EWG would not have heard of these necessarily, and many of the products I have in here aren't in the database, but any of the ones that are smaller products are ones that I've researched, and they use very clean ingredients, so I'm fairly confident that many of these would be anywhere from EWG certified, so 0 harm, up to maybe a 3. So let's get into my favorite skincare products and what they're all about. So I'm gonna start with a cleanser. I love this cleanser. I love this brand. This is, can we see it here? Yay, Carina Organics Daily Face Wash, unscented. This is a fantastic brand made in Canada. It's synthetic free, toxin free, has certified organic ingredients. It has no fragrance. So absolutely beautiful product. And I do use it with one of these little sonic cleaning brushes. This one is fantastic. If I can find the link below, I will share it. I just picked it up on Amazon. There are tons of these. You can get them anywhere from $15 up into the hundreds of dollars. The reason that I like this one is because it has a little battery. Ooh, I don't know if you can see here. It has a little battery indicator. I'll just turn it on. It's gonna drown me out, but you can see this little battery indicator here. And I like that you can change it to different settings. So there's like a soft setting, an eye protection setting, and silicone seems to work really well for my skin overall. And I like the shape of the top here because it allows you to get really into the crevices of your nose, under the eyes, and it's really soft and gentle. So I tend not to use any abrasive scrubs. So this is how I'm able to exfoliate my skin with a product that has a lot of slip like this one. This is my cleansing routine day and night, super gentle, super non-irritating, awesome for eczematic skin. Next, I put on a serum. So this is Pure and Simple serum. It's the Algae serum, sorry. And this is based in Toronto spa that has their own clean cosmetics and skincare line. This product is fantastic. I use it as a serum, but in the summer, it doubles as a light moisturizer. It's an absolutely beautiful product. It doesn't have much of a scent, and it's got some aloe in it. And many of the ingredients here are organic, and it helps to restore moisture, balance oil. Production is ideal for dry, sensitive, oily, and acneic skin. So I use this morning and night, like I said, as a serum under a slightly heavier cream in the winter. And then I use it in the summer just as my serum or moisturizer that I put under my sunscreen. So next up is the Mad Hippie Vitamin C Serum. This is a great serum. I find it a little bit drying if I don't use anything underneath it or over top of it. I tend to use this at night and then put a cream over top of it, and I'll get to that in a minute. It's a beautiful vitamin C serum. I use vitamin C because I used to have a ton of freckles, and they were starting to blend together as I got older, and they were starting to look a lot like skin damage to me, even though I've religiously worn sunscreen. So I started getting facials, photo facials, laser and IPL, and then I started using different kind of actives that would prevent freckling, because I used to be super freckly. So this is kind of a sticky serum. I don't have the full ingredient list on the bottle here, but you can always look it up. And it is, I'll just put a little bit on my hand here. I don't know if you can see that. Not really. Anyways, it's a kind of light. See how it's sticky enough that it doesn't run? Kind of a little bit, maybe not sticky, a bit tacky. And it has a slight citrusy, sweet smell. Beautiful serum, doesn't irritate my skin. Like I said, ever so slightly drying or tacky on the skin. And this is a stable form of vitamin C. A lot of vitamin C serums that you'll get do not have stable vitamin C, and that's really important. It's also in a dark bottle, and vitamin C, because it is kind of a sensitive ingredient, you want to keep it away from sunlight. And let me just share, I got the environmental working group number for this one. So very clean serum. It's a 2. And I will say it's quite pricey. I believe in Canadian dollars, it's probably close to 40 bucks, and you get 1.02 fluid ounces. I find this stuff lasts a really long time because I'm not using it every single night, but beautiful vitamin C serum and really great for my skin. The next active that I use is, oh, I don't know if you can see it because it's kind of clear. This is Acure's Radically Rejuvenating Dual Phase Bakuchiol Serum. So Bakuchiol is an alternative to retinol for people that are intolerant of retinol. So it's a natural alternative. And one of the things I love about this, Bakuchiol separates, because I've seen this in, this isn't just this serum. I've seen other Bakuchiol serums that are two-tone. Something about the Bakuchiol, it always separates. So you get these two kind of beautiful colors. I don't know, it's nice to look at, but when you mix it up, I don't know, you're probably supposed to do it like this, but I'll just shake it. It turns green, which is just so cool. But aside from it being fun to use, I guess I can share. This is made in the US, and anyhow, this, similarly to vitamin C, it does support removing discoloration on the skin, so skin damage, freckling, acne scarring. And Bakuchiol, because it's very similar to retinol, will also help with preventing fine lines and wrinkles. I didn't say what the EWG rating was for this one. This one is a little bit higher, I believe. Let's see here. No, it's a 3, so still really safe, fairly natural ingredients in there. So you can always look that up. And again, I'll share a link to this Acure serum down below. And both the Mad Hippie and the Acure and the Carina Organics, those are all typically available at different health food stores or natural food stores. Whereas, like I said, the Pure and Simple Algae Serum, you can only get it from Pure and Simple, their online shop, or in their spas here in Toronto. Next up is the Derma E Essentials. This is a beautiful overnight peel. It has alpha hydroxy acids. So I had mentioned that I have to be really careful because my skin is eczematic, not to aggravate it. A lot of exfoliating products are not good for my skin, certainly physical exfoliants, aside from my little silicone brush here. But this one is fantastic. So sometimes if I have a few little spots, or if my skin's just looking a little bit dull, I'll put this on. I probably only use it 4 times a month, to be honest. I just use this on its own. Even in the winter, I typically don't need to put anything over top of it. This is another beautiful product. It does not irritate my skin, and my skin looks absolutely glowing. A recommendation on the bottle is to use overnight, rinse off in the morning, and then use it only 1 to 2 times a week. Like I said, I only use it once a week and doesn't cause any sensitivities. It's 100% vegan and GMO free. And Derma E is another fairly natural brand. This one is a little bit higher. So this is a 4 on the environmental working groups list. So that's getting into what I had said is that yellow territory, that amber, like we're starting to get some risk, but still, relatively safe product. But again, I'm not using this one every day. I'm using it, a few times a month. I formerly did not really use these drugstore products very often, but I am a convert. Some of these products are beautiful. So Avene is a French brand. They do have some beautiful skincare. A lot of it is fragranced. This is the Avene Tolerance Control Balm. There are very few ingredients in here. One of the interesting things about Avene is most of their products have a spring water in them. And I don't know what it is in here, but this is fantastic for eczematic skin, specifically in the wintertime when occasionally I'll get a little bit of eczema kind of right at the end of my nose just from exposure to cold and wind. That seems to really aggravate my eczema. And occasionally I'll get a few little bumps on my cheeks, and this fixes it better than anything. I haven't really had much eczema even in harsh winters since I found this stuff. It's just incredible, and it's for dry reactive skin. I have not tried the lotion. I've heard the lotion is really great. I use the balm. It's very thick. There we go. That wasn't a very good shot, but you can see how thick it is. Very emollient, unscented, totally fragrance free. I wasn't able to find the tolerance control on EWG, but I did find the Avene Tolerance Emulsion, which is from the same line. And that was a 1. This has a similar ingredient list, and I'm thinking that this one would be a 1 or 2 as well. So just a beautiful, beautiful product, and it has that thermal spring water in it as well. Next up, I will do my sunscreen. This is CeraVe Ultra Light Moisturizing Lotion in SPF 30. I wear this every single day. It is a little bit shiny, just ever so slightly, but it's been working incredibly well. I haven't gotten any sun when I've put this on my face. It has 3 essential ceramides and hyaluronic acid. So ceramides and hyaluronic acid are really helpful to lock in moisture. So this has been fantastic for me. It does have, the active sunscreens are chemical sunscreens, which I hadn't used in years because they used to bother my eyes, but this one has not irritated my skin at all, hasn't caused any breakouts. I do use a little bit of powder on my T-zone when I use this, just because it does have like a little bit of, I don't know, I wouldn't say greasiness, it's more of like a dewiness, but I don't want to be that dewy sometimes. So absolutely beautiful. It says it's a matte finish. It's not quite a matte finish on me. It's more of a dewy finish. And it is recognized by the Canadian Dermatology Association, which is nice. Next up, I'm going to get into some more cosmetic ingredients. So I'm going to start with the Silk Naturals Ultimate Luxury Powder. This is actually marketed as skincare, even though I use it as a powder for mattifying. Their website is a little bit archaic, and I find sometimes it crashes on me. But other than that, they have gorgeous products. Nothing on there has ever made my skin reactive. And this powder it's a loose powder. I'm not gonna tip it because it will spill everywhere. It's fairly fine, but it's not, no nanoparticles. It's not small particles. And I just use a brush and pat a little bit on my T-zone, and it's absolutely beautiful. Even though it's white, it does not leave a white cast because it's so finely milled, and I'm almost out. I love this powder. I absolutely cannot live without it. It's fantastic. So again, that's Silk Naturals Ultimate Luxury Powder. And then next up, 2 lip balms. This one I just found this week. It's beautiful. Oh, it tastes like lavender. This one would be hard to find because this is an independent lavender farm. It's called Avalon Lavender Farm Lip Balm. As you can see, I love the sustainable cardboard packaging. It can get a little bit dirty, but that's fine. So this lip balm has just beautiful ingredients. I do find having drier, more sensitive skin, I like to keep that moisture barrier feeling good. And I am, applying lip balm all the time throughout the day. So this has shea butter, coconut oil, castor seed oil, olive oil. It's full of oils, vitamin E, and lavender and vanilla essential oil. So these essential oils must be very pure because they do not bother me whatsoever. And they taste incredible, this lavender and vanilla. Very moisturizing, absolutely beautiful lip balm. And the next lip balm that I am obsessed with, and I've bought all the flavors of these, is More Than Lips. You can find these at stores like Healthy Planet. This one is the rose grapefruit, very similar format. So again, we've got the cardboard package. Oh, and it smells divine, this pink grapefruit. My favorite flavor of the More Than Lips is called Birthday Cake. It is a vanilla flavor, but I thought I'd change it up for summer. And again, very similar, super emollient. But overall, that is what I use for skincare. And I hope that I have helped those of you who have sensitive skin learn about some products that are beneficial and have some active ingredients and won't harm your skin. There's some SPF in here and some fun cosmetics as well. And I just want to thank everybody for staying with me throughout this video. If you were interested in hearing more about different cosmetics or maybe hair products that also don't make me sensitive, I'd be happy to share. So please like and subscribe to this video, and I will see you again soon. Thanks so much. Bye. Later what, buddy? Yes, we'll play later.
Crema.
Yes, Crema, we'll play later. Later play.
Crema. Pandora. Miss Kitty.
Yes, Pandora will play with you too. Later we'll all play, okay? But I gotta finish filming this video first. Okay, little man?